To a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Get it out on the screen. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback adapting. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And right down the middle. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. The WildCatz offense will get the ball for the first time. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And it just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. You've got two guys covering the tight end. As a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Scanning the field, it's Mahan. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Trying to get the corner. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
He's loose. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Payne. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frog!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Ole Miss showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Mahad. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Finds his tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Got a man in the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
To throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Baker. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Payne. Across the 25. He's got room. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll try the run. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Touchdown, TCU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking downfield, it's Mahan. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. Bringing it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Horned Frog! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They go to the ground. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Mahan. Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He's got it on the outside. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And they come up with an explosive play there. The quarterback had exactly what he wanted. Man coverage, safety in the middle of the field, so he throws the go route to the outside, finds his best one-on-one matchup. And how about the speed and the ability to track that football and give this offense a jolt?
Here's the handoff. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Has to throw this off his back foot. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. A first down run on the doorstep. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points. that his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Wildcats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Power football with the run. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Mahad. Might be looking to run.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack. But no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Kansas State pushing the pace. Looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. You're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Going over the top. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the 1st half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Let's go.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Quick release on the RPO. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, it's Mahad. He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot.
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Makes the grab, and the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in.
And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And tackled there by the defense.
That's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. On the run, it's Payne. Breaks into the open. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse, showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
On the direct snap, it's Johnson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To the air. It's Hoover. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in this.
Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense looked unstoppable in the 1st half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the 2nd half. They take their 1st drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Coastal Carolina. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Mahan. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And they're able to get him down.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Caught in the backfield. It's Lockett. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one. You see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. They're setting up the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Hoover. Grabbed over the middle, it's Baker. Lots of running room. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
The give to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Runs through a tackle. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Here we go. Break. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. The offense changing the play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Johnson wants to throw it. Punts it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Here comes the heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And he the Kansas State offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll move the wide receiver. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points.
There he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Off the play fake on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
WildCatz have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the pressure. Still running at the 40.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to the ground with the running back. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Snagged out of the air. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah. Oh.
Turning it on! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. To the air, it's Baker. Trying to make magic with his feet. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Motion from the wide receiver. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
He's got it on the move. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot, and it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of the drive comes from the 38. First play of the drive wants to throw. Setting up the screen. Turns it on in midfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. They'll throw it from the red zone. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
It's complete on the right side. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough, so it's been a bad day.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.